Merhaba arkadaşlar, yeni bölüme hoş geldiniz. Bu bölümde wet paint hikayesi üzerinden konuşma pratiği gerçekleştireceğiz. Ancak ders formatında küçük bir değişiklik yapmak istiyorum. Dersi ben full İngilizce işleyeceğim. Hikayenin Türkçesini isteyen arkadaşlar için ise videonun açıklamaları kısmında hemen aşağıda bir link bırakıyorum. Orada bir PDF linki var. Oradan aynı hikayeyi hem İngilizce hem Türkçe olarak tercüme edilmiş bir halde bulabilirsiniz. Sadece geçmiş zamanın değil, aynı zamanda geniş zamanda bir de gelecek zamanda bu hikayenin farklı zamanlardaki hallerini de bulabilirsiniz. Yani her türlü o PDF dosyasını indirip çalışmanızı tavsiye ederim. İlk başta çalışarak o şekilde derse devam edebilirsiniz. Hayır ben zaten İngilizce anlıyorum ancak konuşma sorunu yaşıyorum diyorsanız derse devam edebilirsiniz arkadaşlar. Evet, başlayalım isterseniz. Wet paint. Wet paint. It was a nice Saturday morning. The weather was great. It was sunny. Dad was painting the back door. The children and the dog were outside. They were playing with the ball. İlk başta açıklayacağım hikayeyi. Devamında sorular soracağım. Alright. It is Saturday morning. Okay? It is Saturday morning. It is not Sunday. It is not Monday. It is Saturday. And it is morning. And it is not afternoon. It is not evening. It is morning. Maybe at 10 o'clock in the morning. Maybe at 11. I don't know. Maybe at 8 o'clock. We don't know this, but we know that this is morning, Saturday morning. And the weather is great. The weather is nice, right? So outside, it is not cloudy, it is not rainy. It is just great. Look at the children. Look at them. They look happy, right? They are having fun because of the good weather. And it is sunny. The weather is sunny. It is not cold. It is not rainy or snowy. It is sunny. And look at the dad. Dad is painting, right? He's painting the door. Look at this paint. So this is blue paint, right? This is blue paint and it is wet. Wet. It is wet. And look at this green. It looks like green, but it is very old. So, father, he's painting the door with blue paint. And it is wet. So, he's painting the back door. So, that's the back door. So, you have the house, right? You have your own house. And we have the front door and the back door. At the back, right? At the back of your house. If there is a door, you call this the back door. And in the backyard, the children, they're playing football or they're playing with the ball. So this is the ball and this is Chip and Biff. They are twins. They are twins. They are at the same age. For example, 10 years old and 10 years old because they are twins. And they are playing with the ball in the backyard. Okay. Question. What is the name of the story? What is the name of the story? Well, yes. Wet paint, right? The name of the story is Wet Paint. And who is this guy? Who is this man? Well, he is the father of the children, right? He is dad, daddy, or father. And what is he doing? What is father doing? Well, yes, he's painting the door, right? He's painting the door. Father is painting the door, or dad is painting the door. And what is the color of the paint? Look at this paint. What is the color? What kind of color is this? Look at the door. Well, it is blue. It is dark blue, we can say. Is it red? Is it red color? Well, no. No, it is not red, right? The color is not red. The color is blue. Why is he painting the back door? Why is he painting? Why? Well, because the back door is old, maybe, right? The color is old. It is getting old and it's not good color. Look at this. We don't know. It is green or White? We don't know. So that's why he is painting the back door. Okay, can you tell me who are these children? Who are they? Who are these two children? Well, they are twins, right? They are twins and they are the children of this man. Okay? They are the children of this man. Chip is the son of this man and Biff is the daughter of this man. Daughter and the son. And what are the children doing? What are they doing? What are the children doing in the backyard? In the garden. Okay, so the back side of your house, if there is a garden, you can call this backyard. And the children are in the backyard right now. And what are they doing? Well, yes, they're playing with the ball, right? They're playing. And how is the weather? How is the weather here? Well, the weather is sunny, right? The weather is sunny. It is not cloudy, it is not rainy, it is not windy, it is just sunny. The weather is great. It is just great. They're all having fun. The children, Biff and Chip, they're having fun. And of course, the dog too. They're just having fun. And what is the day? What is the date? Is it Sunday? Well, no, it is not. Right, it isn't. It is not Sunday. It is Saturday. It is Saturday morning, right? It is Saturday morning. It is not Sunday. This is the weekend. Saturday and Sunday. That's the weekend. Weekend. End of the week. Okay, let's move on to the next page. Yes, we have a problem here. The children were thirsty. They went inside. Floppy wanted to come in. He jumped up. Dad said, "No, Floppy, don't do it." But it was too late. Floppy put his paws on the paint. So we have a problem here. The children, they stopped playing with the ball because they were thirsty. Thirsty, that means if you want to drink water, let's imagine you want to drink water too much. That means you feel thirsty. You can say, "I'm thirsty. I want to drink 2 liters of water," for example. When you feel thirsty, you may want to drink a bottle of water. So the children, they went inside because they want to drink some water, and Floppy wanted to come in too, right? He wanted to go inside too. He wanted to come in. He wanted to go in or go inside. And that's why he jumped up, right? Look at the dog. That's why he jumped up on the door, right? He wanted to push the door with his paws. He has 2 paws. Look at this. These are the paws, okay? But the problem is the door is wet, right? That's the wet paint. It is not dry yet. Dad saw this. He saw this problem and he shouted, "No, Floppy, don't do it." Look at his eyes. Look at his eyes and eyebrows. The eyebrows are up and the eyes are wide open. And look at his mouth. He's just shouting or screaming or yelling. Like, "No, Floppy, stop, don't do it." But it was too late. Floppy put his paws on the door, right? On the paint. Look at the scratch. So you can see the scratch we have here. The white one. And that's the problem, of course. Okay. What is happening here? Ne oluyor burada? What is happening here? Resimde olup bitenleri baştan aşağı tanımlamaya çalışın ve bunu yaparken lütfen tense'leri, mense'leri, böyle şeyleri, grammar tarzı şeylerin hepsini unutun. Gereği yok. Cidden gereksiz. İsterseniz geçmiş zamanda anlatın, isterseniz geniş zamanda anlatın. Hiç önemli değil. İsterseniz kelimeleri yan yana getirin ama anlatın. Anlatın. Anlatım kısmına odaklanın. Grameri boş verin şimdilik. Şimdi bana detaylı bir şekilde anlatın. Neler oluyor burada? Videoyu duraklatın, deneyin. Okay, I hope you did it. I hope you explained all the details in this picture. So, here is my question. Why the children went inside? Why did they go inside? Why did the children go inside? Well, because they were thirsty, right? They wanted to drink some water. That's why they went inside. Did they go inside to watch TV? Well, no. No, they didn't. They didn't want to watch TV. They just went inside to drink some water because they were thirsty. Okay. Why did Floppy jump up? Why did he jump? Why? Well, because he wanted to come in too, right? The dog, Floppy, he wanted to come inside. That's why he jumped up. And look at father, look at dad. Why is he look so nervous? Why is he just shaking his hands like waving like this? Why is he doing this? Neden yapıyor öyle? Well, because there is a problem, right? There is a problem. Floppy jumped up and he put his paws on the paint, and the paint is still wet. It is not dry. So we have the print of his paws. And that's the problem. That is the problem. Okay, next page. Okay, we have another problem here. So Dad painted the door again. Dad painted the door again, and he said, "Here we have a brand new door. That's it." Just at that time, just at that moment, Biff kicked the ball. The ball hit the door. Dad just looked at the door and said, "Oh, come on, really?" The children said, "We are sorry, Dad." Okay, Dad painted the door again. Again, he got his brush. That's the brush, right? And he painted the door and finished. He finished painting the door. And when he finished, he said, "Here we have a brand new, yepyeni. Here we have a brand new door." So that's the brand new door. That's it. Yes, that's it. He was proud of himself, maybe. And that's why he said, "Here we have a brand new door. That's it." But there was a problem. The problem was Biff, this girl. She kicked the ball. Look at this ball, right? So that's the white ball. And she kicked it, and the ball hit the door. And the door was still wet. And look at Dad. He just looked at the door and stayed silent, right? He just stayed silent like this and said, "Oh, come on, really?" And of course, children didn't do it on purpose. On purpose, bilerek yapmadılar. They didn't do it on purpose. They were just playing, and that was an accident. And that's why they said, "We are sorry, Dad. We didn't do it on purpose. It was just an accident." Okay, what is happening here? What happened here? What happened in this picture? Ne oldu bu resimde? Well, yes, father finished painting, right? He finished painting the door, the back door, and he was happy. He was super happy. And at that moment, his daughter, father's daughter, Biff, she kicked the ball, and accidentally the ball hit the door. And you can see the print of the ball here. We have a small, tiny, circular print of the ball, and that's the problem. Okay, who kicked the ball? Who kicked the ball? Well, yes, Biff. Biff kicked the ball, not Chip. Chip didn't kick the ball. Biff kicked the ball. And why Dad said, "Oh, come on, really?" Why did he say this? Why did Father say, "Oh, come on, really?" Why did he say this? Well, because there is a problem. He finished painting the door, but again, he has to paint the door again. He has to. Zorunda. Yapmak zorunda. He has to paint the back door once again. Tekrardan, yeniden boyamak zorunda. That's why he said, "Oh, come on, really?" And why did the children say, "We are sorry, Dad"? Why were they sorry? Why? Well, because Biff kicked the ball accidentally, right? She kicked the ball accidentally and the ball hit the door, and that's why they felt sorry for this, and that's why they said, "Okay, Father or Dad, Daddy, we are sorry. Please forgive us," something like that. Okay, next. Yes, we have another problem. Let's read it. Dad painted the back door. Dad painted the door again. So he painted the back door once again. "Don't touch the back door," he said, and went inside. "Don't touch the back door," he said, and went inside. Keeper was outside and didn't know about the back door. This is Keeper, and he didn't know about the back door. He didn't know about the wet paint. So he pushed the door. He pushed the door. The children said, "No, Keeper, don't touch it. No, Keeper, don't touch. Don't do it. Stop, Keeper," something like that. But it was too late. He got paint on his hands. He got paint on his hands. So Father, he finished painting the door. He finished painting the door again. And he went inside. And before he went inside, he said, or he warned, uyarmak. He warned the children. He said, "Don't touch the back door. Don't touch it." And of course, the children, Biff and Chip, they said, "Okay, Father. Okay, Daddy. We will not touch the door. And we will not play here." But at that time, Keeper wasn't there. Keeper didn't know about the wet paint. He didn't know about the back door. So he came from somewhere else and he just pushed the door with his two hands. He just pushed the door, and look at his brother and sister. They just want to warn him. They just want to say, "Okay, Keeper, stop. Stop there. Don't touch. The door is wet." But it is too late because Keeper, he touched the door with his two hands like this. And he got paint on his hands. He got some paint on his hands, kind of blue paint. And of course, you can see Father, he's in shock, right? He got shocked. Maybe he's going crazy, actually, right? Okay, question. Look at Floppy. Look at the dog. And he looks worried. Floppy looks worried. Endişeli görünüyor. He looks worried. Why? Why is he worried? Well, because of the wet door, right? Because of this back door. Look at his eyes. He's looking at Keeper. And he knows that there is something wrong. He knows Keeper is doing something wrong. That's why he's looking at Keeper with worried eyes. Did Keeper know about the back door? Did he know about the back door? Well, no, he didn't. He didn't know about the back door. He knew nothing about the back door. He had no idea. He just came from somewhere and he just wanted to open the door and pushed the door with his 2 hands. And look at father. Do you think he's happy? Do you think father is happy with this? Well, no, he's not happy. Actually, he's going crazy, I guess. Because look at him. He was trying to clean his brush inside the house. And he got shocked when he saw his little son, Keeper, trying to open the door with his 2 hands. That's why he's in shock here. He's not happy at all. Okay, next page. Dad was fed up. He painted the door again. I didn't know it was wet. I'm sorry, Dad, said Keeper. It's okay, son, answered Dad. Mom brought coffee for Dad. So, look at father. He's fed up, right? He got bored. Doing something again and again. It is boring. And that's why he was fed up. He didn't want to do it again and again and again because it was boring and he felt angry, maybe, right? Look at his eyebrow. It is up. It's cross like this. And that means he got angry. Look at Keeper, his son, and he says, I didn't know that. He said, I didn't know the door was wet, Father. I'm sorry. I didn't know this. And the father says, okay, it's okay. No problem. That's fine. Look at Mom. She knows, right? Or she knew something was wrong up here. And she wanted to calm down Dad because he got angry for this. And that's why she brought some coffee or tea or salep, maybe, right? Okay, so why was father fed up? Why was he fed up? Well, he was fed up because he painted the door. He painted the door for 3 times. Floppy, the ball, and now Keeper. 3 times, I guess, right? 3 kere oldu değil mi şimdiye kadar? That's why he felt angry and that's why he was fed up. Did he say, no, I will not paint the door. I'm angry, I will not paint. Did he say this? Well, no. No, he didn't say, I will not paint this door. I will not do it again. No, he didn't say this. He just painted the door again. And look at Keeper. He looks sad. He looks sad. Üzgün görünüyor. Why? Why was he sad? Why? Well, because these handprints, we have some 2 handprints, belongs to Keeper. Keeper'a aitler. And he put his 2 hands on the wet paint. That's why he felt sorry and he felt sad, or he was sad. Did he get angry to his son? Did father get angry to his son? Well, no. No, he didn't. He didn't get angry. He just said, it's okay, son, right? He just answered. Father said, it's okay, son. No problem. It all passed. And why Mom brought some coffee? Well, because father was fed up, right? Father was fed up. And maybe coffee would help him to calm down, right? Kahve belki onun sakinleşmesine yardımcı olabilirdi o yüzden. Maybe the coffee would help him to calm down. That's why Mom, she brought some coffee or salep. Okay. Here we go. We have another problem. Biff and Chip were outside Biff and Chip were outside and they had a pillow fight. Dad was inside and he was cleaning the brush, or cleaning his brush. Suddenly, the pillow split open. "Oh no," said Biff. Okay, so the children, they are in the backyard. This is the backyard, okay? And they are playing, right? They're playing in the backyard. They have a pillow fight. This is the pillow. The pillow, the thing that you sleep on it. When you go to sleep, you use the pillow. You put it under your head and you sleep on it. So that's the pillow. They have a pillow fight, and the father, the dad, he was inside and he was cleaning his brush. That's the brush. And he is cleaning it. I think he is in the kitchen. It looks like kitchen. I don't know. And suddenly the pillow split open, jarred. Okay? It was torn. Tear, yırtılmak, torn, yırtıldı. Split open. "Oh no," said Biff. So, what are the children doing in the backyard? What are they doing in the backyard? Well, they're playing. They're playing in the backyard and they have a pillow fight. They have a pillow fight. And there is a problem. What is the problem here? What is the problem in this picture? Well, the problem is the pillow, right? The pillow split open. And everything inside the pillow was outside. Look at these feathers. Feather, too. The feathers were outside, and that's the problem. Why did Biff say, "Oh no"? Why did she say this? Well, because of the pillow, right? Because of the pillow. Pillow split open and the feathers were outside, and that is the problem because there was a wet door, right? There was a wet paint door. And of course, father would go crazy. That's why she said, "Oh no." Okay, let's see what happens. The next page. The wind blew. It blew the feathers. "Oh no," said Chip. "Wet paint. What do we do now? What do we do now?" he says. Okay, so these are the feathers. Kuş tüyü. These are the feathers and they are outside. And the wind, that's the wind. And it blew. It blew the feathers. And on that way, there was the back door. That's why Chip says, "Oh no," right? That's why he said, "Oh no." The wet paint. What do we do now? Okay, what is happening here? What is happening? Ne oluyor burada? Veya ne oldu burada? Well, the children, they had a pillow fight. Look at this. This is the pillow, or that was the pillow. And the pillow split open, jarred. And the wind blew the feathers right away to the back door. And that was the problem, and that's why the children, they got worried. They were worried about the back door because it was still wet. That's why they say, "Wet paint. What do we do now?" So, it will be a big problem for father. If there is a wet door, it will be a big problem for children too. And look at Floppy. He looks like a grandpa, right? Grandfather with white eyebrows. So eyebrows. So these are the eyebrows. And some mustache. And beard. White beard. Alright, so let's see what happens. Okay, there is no door. There was no wet paint. There was no door. The door had gone. Dad had put up an old door. Floppy chased a cat. Şimdi arkadaşlar ben burada Türkçeyi karıştırmak zorundayım çünkü past perfect tense var ve bu tense'i bu olay üzerinden anlayabilme şansını yakalayabilirsiniz bu bölümde. Bakın. There was no wet paint. Islak boya yoktu diyor. There was no door. Kapı yoktu diyor. Şimdi biz bu olaya odaklanıyoruz değil mi? Şu anki buradaki olan olay nedir? Eski bir kapıyı getirip buraya asmış baba. Boyanan kapıyı başka bir yere götürmüş. Şimdi bizim odaklanmış olduğumuz olaydan önceki olaydan bahsetmek istiyoruz. Şu anda bizim odaklandığımız olay bu olay var ya. Eski kapının konulması. Bundan önceki olaydan bahsederken past perfect'i kullanmanız gerekiyor. The door had gone. Yani kapı kaybolmuştu diyoruz ya. Bu kapı kaybolmuştu. Yani bu kapıdan önceki olaya odaklanıyoruz. Şu anda gördüğümüz kapı mavi kapı değil. Yani eski bir kapı baba oraya koymuş. Peki bu kapı buraya gelmeden önce olan olaydan bahsetmek istediğiniz zaman past perfect'i kullanmanız gerekiyor. Tıpkı burada olduğu gibi. Burada kapı yoktu diyor. Kapı kaybolmuştu. Dad had put up an old door. Baba koymuştu eski bir kapı. Çocuklar burada mavi kapının olduğunu biliyorlardı. Ancak bu olayla karşılaşıyorlar ve bu olaydan önceki olayı bahsetmek istediğiniz zaman past perfect'i kullanmanız gerekiyor. Past perfect böyle kolay bir zaman dilimi değil gerçekten. Yani bir gün past perfect'i tam kullanmaya başladığınız zaman bu işi tamamen çözdüğünüzü düşünebilirsiniz. Yani bir kriter olarak vereyim ben size. Present perfect ile past perfect'i tam kullanabilmeyi başardığınız zaman İngilizceyi çözmüşsünüzdür. Bu da onlardan biri arkadaşlar. Yüzeysel anlamanızda fayda var. Bilmezseniz çok büyük bir eksiklik olmayacaktır. Bunu da aklınızın bir kenarında bulundurun. Yani ben past perfect hiç öğrenemeyeceğim, o zaman hiçbir zaman tamamlanamayacağım denilen bir şey de yok. Kendinizi her türlü geçmiş zamanda ifade edebilirsiniz. Burada gösterilen sadece bu işin biraz daha lüks kısmı. Floppy chased a cat. Floppy kovaladı bir kedi. Okay, so what happened in this picture? What happened? Ne oldu burada? Bu resimde. Well, father changed the door. Father, or dad, he took the back door and he put it somewhere else. And then he put up an old door, right? He put up some old door. It's kind of temporary door. Geçici kapı. Father changed the door. Look at the children's face. Look at their face. Especially Chip's face. Look at his face. Çocukların yüzlerine bakın. They are relieved. Or they were relieved. Relieved? Rahatlamış. They were relieved. Why? Why were they relieved? Well, because there was no wet door, right? There wasn't any door here, and the feathers were not a problem anymore. That's why they were relieved. There was a temporary door, but they thought there was the wet door. Actually, there wasn't. There was a temporary door, and that was an old door. That's why they were relieved. Oh, something like that. And what is Floppy doing here? What is he doing? Well, yes, he's chasing, right? He's chasing the cat. That's the Garfield, I guess. He's chasing it. Okay, let's see what happens. That's the last page. Bu son sayfa. The back door was inside. It is safe here, said Dad. Okay, look at Father. He's saying to his children, I put this back door inside the house because it is safe in here. Do you think it is safe here? Do you think the back door is safe inside the house? Well, no. It is obvious. You can see the Garfield and his footprints. We have the cat's footprints on the wet door. And that's the problem. And it shows that the door is not safe inside the house. So the father was wrong once again. And I think he needs to paint the door once again. Okay. That's the end of the story. Evet, hikayemizin sonu buydu arkadaşlar. Yorum yapmayı, abone olmayı, tavsiye etmeyi unutmayalım. Derslerimi beğeniyorsanız beğeni tuşuna basmayı da unutmayalım arkadaşlar. Bunlar da benim ücretim olsun. Bir sonraki bölümde görüşmek üzere. Kendinize iyi bakın.
Wet paint, present simple. It is a nice Saturday morning. The weather is great. It is sunny. Dad paints the back door. The children and the dog are outside. They play with the ball. The children are thirsty. They go inside. Floppy wants to come in. He jumps up. Dad says, "No, Floppy! Don't do it!" But it is too late. Floppy puts his paws on the paint. Dad paints the door again and says, "Here we have a brand new door." That's it. Just at that time, Biff kicks the ball. The ball hits the door. Dad just looks at the door and says, "Oh, come on." "Really?" the children say. "We are sorry, Dad." Dad paints the door again. "Don't touch the back door," he says and goes inside. Kipper is outside and does not know about the back door. He pushes the door. The children say, "No, Kipper. Don't touch it." But it is too late. He gets paint on his hands. Dad is fed up. He paints the door again. "I didn't know it was wet." "I'm sorry, Dad," says Kipper. "It's okay, son," answers Dad. Mom brings coffee for Dad. Biff and Chip are outside. They have a pillow fight. Dad is inside, and he is cleaning his brush. Suddenly the pillow splits open. "Oh no," says Biff. The wind blows. It blows the feathers. "Oh no," says Chip. "Wet paint. What do we do now?" There is no wet paint. There is no door. The door has gone. Dad has put up an old door. Floppy chases a cat. The back door is inside. "It's safe here," says Dad. Wet paint, past simple. It was a nice Saturday morning. The weather was great. It was sunny. Dad was painting the back door. The children and the dog were outside. They were playing with the ball. The children were thirsty. They went inside. Floppy wanted to come in. He jumped up. Dad said, "No, Floppy. Don't do it." But it was too late. Floppy put his paws on the paint. Dad painted the door again and said, "Here we have a brand new door." That's it. Just at that time, Biff kicked the ball. The ball hit the door. Dad just looked at the door and said, "Oh, come on." "Really?" the children said. "We are sorry, Dad." Dad painted the door again. "Don't touch the back door," he said and went inside. Kipper was outside and did not know about the back door. He pushed the door. The children said, "No, Kipper. Don't touch it." But it was too late. He got paint on his hands. Dad was fed up. He painted the door again. "I didn't know it was wet." "I'm sorry, Dad," said Kipper. "It's okay, son," answered Dad. Mom brought coffee for Dad. Biff and Chip were outside. They had a pillow fight. Dad was inside, and he was cleaning his brush. Suddenly the pillow split open. "Oh no," said Biff. The wind blew. It blew the feathers. "Oh no," said Chip. Wet paint. What do we do now? There was no wet paint. There was no door. The door had gone. Dad had put up an old door. Floppy chased a cat. The back door was inside. "It's safe here," said Dad. Wet paint, future simple. It will be a nice Saturday morning. The weather will be great. It will be sunny. Dad will be painting the back door. The children and the dog will be outside. They will be playing with the ball. The children will be thirsty. They will go inside. Floppy will want to come in. He will jump up. Dad will say, "No, Floppy. Don't do it." but it will be too late. Floppy will put his paws on the paint. Dad will paint the door again and say, "Here we have a brand new door." That's it. Just at that time, Biff will kick the ball. The ball will hit the door. Dad will just look at the door and say, "Oh, come on." "Really?" The children will say, "We are sorry, Dad." Dad will paint the door again. "Don't touch the back door," he will say and go inside. Kipper will be outside and will not know about the back door. He will push the door. The children will say, "No, Kipper. Don't touch it." But it will be too late. He will get paint on his hands. Dad will be fed up. He will paint the door again. Kipper will say, "I didn't know it was wet." "I'm sorry, Dad. It's okay, son." Dad will answer. Mom will bring coffee for Dad. Biff and Chip will be outside. They will have a pillow fight. Dad will be inside, and he will be cleaning his brush. Suddenly the pillow will split open. Biff will say, "Oh no!" The wind will blow. It will blow the feathers. Chip will say, "Oh no! Wet paint! What do we do now?" There will be no wet paint. There will be no door. The door will have gone. Dad will have put up an old door. Floppy will chase a cat. The back door will be inside. Dad will say, "It's safe here.